doing that? Am I 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 doing that?
Hi everyone, this is Sarah from Blackbird Punk Consulting in Berlin, live from my office, home office. So welcome to the YouTube live chat stream with Music Pool Berlin. A little bit about myself. I'm a digital consultant with my own agency, Blackbird Punk Consulting. I'm concentrating on all aspects of the digital portfolio in the music industry because I truly believe that you can't just work on one topic alone and then isolate it because everything is connected. So I'm here to help with all different aspects, no matter if it's search engine optimizing for your website or if it's content creation, if you need a blog post to be written for your tour diary on your website or anything like that, but of course also YouTube. So here we are. If you have any questions, please do not hesitate to write them and I get hold of them and try to answer them in the chat, but at the end I do a Q&A. So we try to get to as many questions as possible. Let's start quickly with some facts about YouTube today. So with all this pandemic situation we are in, YouTube is one of the biggest international platforms now to also lower their rates on the videos. So until now, YouTube was like displaying the videos in as good quality as your internet connection could bear. But now it's limited it to like lower video quality in order to try to save the internet from breaking down, because now everyone is in home office. So that's something maybe interesting, maybe not. Okay, so let's get into things you can easily do in order to boost your YouTube channel. Because the thing about Music Pool Berlin is that it's mostly targeting musicians, but of course also music industry professionals. So if you're young and you're starting out in a record label, taking care of the YouTube channel, this is also for you. But mainly in this talk today, we are focusing on the needs of musicians or people, musicians. Okay, and there are so many things you can do on your YouTube channel. I totally understand this can be very, very overwhelming at times and a bit stressful to think of all the things. So today I try to break it down for you and explain 3 major things you can do in order to make a real impact. Bear in mind that all these measurements, and also always when it's about optimization and stuff, it's not like one shot and it's going to work in seconds. Most optimization strategies need to work over a certain amount of time in order to work. And if you're just starting out with your YouTube channel and you maybe have just 3 videos up yet, then it can take some while to A, create new content, and B, to optimize it. So bear in mind, it's like a process. It's nothing that's going to happen overnight. But if you keep in mind that there are certain things you can do, then long and behold, you will see results. Because YouTube is one of those platforms that really cater to the creator, to the person who's uploading your videos. And there are so many resources out there helping you, so you can make the best decisions for you, your content, and your channel. So that's what we're going to talk about today. So the first thing you can do in order to really make an impact is research your target audience. And target audience means not just your fan base. If you're like an established musician, or you maybe have played a couple of shows in Berlin and around, and you're just starting, target audience means anyone who could potentially be a fan. So that's also important to bear in mind, because most people say, oh yeah, I know my target audience is the people who come to my concerts. Or like, oh yeah, now my target audience is the people who click on my videos, or who are who are writing comments on Facebook, for example. But those are the people who are already engaged with you. That's your fan base. But target audience means also those people who you could potentially reach. And that is really something I'm really focusing on, to say, like, you really need to research those potential people who are not engaged with you yet, because those are the people who are going to convert into fans. And the more fans you have, of course, the more clicks you get, the more people show up to your concerts or live streams nowadays, and the better your music will be distributed, and the more money you will end up with, to be fair. So the thing about keywords and target audience is that you really need to get as precise as possible. It's not just like, oh yeah, this middle-aged dude from Berlin who like looks cool. Yeah, I would like that in my fan base. You really need to be as precise as possible. Like, what content are they watching on YouTube, for example? How long are they watching? From what device are they watching? Are they watching mobile, or are they watching on their computer, or are they even watching on their TV? Because so many people nowadays watch YouTube on their TV, actually. So it's really important to break them down as close as possible. And there's a word called buyer's persona from marketing, but you can totally apply that to target audience as well, in my honest opinion. And try to really draw a picture of your preferred or desired audience segment. Like, give them a name, like this Harry guy, he's like, let's call him Harry. He's like 25 years old. He studied at this specific university in Berlin. He spends 2 hours a day on YouTube because he's so engaged with it, and he loves to watch a lot of singer-songwriter content, and he loves to travel to Canada, and he has an iPhone, and he is on certain Spotify playlists, and you can really, like, with data analytics, you can really break those data sets are available to anyone. Like, if you have a website, you can use Google Analytics, you can use your YouTube Analytics, you can use your Facebook Analytics. Of course, we are talking about YouTube now, but the thing about social media is that it's super interconnected. So what does that mean? That means, like, people don't only spend time on one platform alone, they spend time on multiple platforms. So in order to draw a correct picture about your target audience, it's really important to follow them through the day, for example, and see where they go, where do they click, where do they spend their time, where do they communicate with their friends and family. You can even be as crazy as cracking down which online dating profile they're using and see what comes with that. So there is no limit to target audience research. Really go into it, go nuts about it, really find out like who are they. And then once you define them, try to understand them. That's the next step. Try to understand what drives them, what are their goals in their lives, what is making them happy, what is making them sad, what media are they consuming outside of music videos. Because if you think about popular Netflix series, there are oftentimes soundtracks to that. Think about movies like Drive, where there was like a super hype about the music too. If you really understand who the person is and what they are consuming, is leading to a better content strategy for you. It's like a global approach to the whole thing. But I think the more time you really invest in this, the better you understand your target audience, the better you can optimize your videos on your channel in order to really make them engage with your content. And that is an important key aspect. I come to this later when I talk about optimization triggers. And then when you have understood your target audience, try to find them and pin them down and try to lure them into your YouTube channel and onto your videos. And yeah, that's the 3 steps. So define your audience, understand your audience, and find your audience. And in order to really like meet your target audience, you also need to do a keyword analysis. So what does that mean? Keyword analysis, you probably heard it from search engine optimization, from websites where you try to include keywords into the content, into the text. The same principle goes for YouTube, because YouTube, as you probably all know, is owned by Google, and Google is a search engine, and YouTube is a search engine too. It's actually the 2nd biggest used search engine on the planet. Wait, adjust. Hi. So YouTube is the second biggest search engine. What does it mean? It means that if people type in a search question in YouTube, it will have the algorithm bust through all the videos in order to play them the video that matches the keyword as precise as possible. Because that is the key of a search engine to satisfy the search wish of the user. They don't really care. I mean, of course, they care about the creators, they care about the content, and they really care about advertising, but also they really care about making sure that the keyword the person is typing in is being hit by concretely that one video that is satisfying exactly that one need. And you as a musician really need to work on that, because your music needs to be found with normal keywords, because as I said before, you have probably sort of established fan base, but if you want to grow, you need to meet new people. You need to attract new fans who haven't engaged with your content yet, and the best thing to do this is to catch them through keywords. So there is one super easy way to find keywords. It's like so easy, it's like you can't even believe it, and it's like the search autocomplete. I know, it's crazy. Like when you type in, like, let's say pop ballad, let's all type in pop ballad, and then YouTube is like finishing the sentence with like recommendation like pop ballad English, pop ballad live, pop ballad cover, pop ballad sad, pop ballad Latin America. And it tries to complete your search to narrow it down to make it more tangible, because the more exact, as I said, the more exact the keyword is, the more exact the YouTube video that is going to be shown as the first one on the ranking page will meet the need of the person who searched for it. So what does it mean for you as a musician? Like, you have your video, right? It's called Corona Blues, probably, and your keyword is Corona Blues, right? Well, it is kind of. Of course, the title of the video is the first keyword. Then the second keyword, of course, is like your band name. But there are so much more keywords you can find, like Berlin, for example, and many more. And that's the thing about keyword research, is like finding also what people are typing in already and matching your content to what they're typing in. So if they're typing in Corona music, it's important to catch them with your Corona blues. And that is really important to get into that. So there are other things you can also do. Like, you can search out your competition. And I don't mean by competition like your favorite musicians. Like, don't check out James Blake. We all love James Blake. I hear it all the time. Like, when I recommend someone, like, there's a cool video idea for you, and then the person says, like, but James Blake is not doing this. Yeah, because he's James Blake, and they have a lot of money to spend on his advertising. If you don't have the money, you have to take the time. So check out the competition who is like in your level, or a little bit above, but not Mariah Carey, like on your level or a little bit above. Check out the competitions. What are they using as keywords? Where do they use their keywords? They probably use the keywords in the title. They probably use the keywords multiple times in the description. They use the keywords in the tags you can set. They use the keywords in the channel description. They say the keyword in the beginning of the video, if that is possible. Like, of course, if you have your official music video, you can't just start with like a music video. But I mean, there's a reason why Jason Derulo always has Jason Derulo in the beginning of his songs. But that's, yeah, fun fact. But there's also in the YouTube analytics section, in the YouTube creation studio, there's a section called Reach Viewers. And there you can search for a traffic source. And then you can go to YouTube search. And it shows you exact the things the people type in when they go to your channel. It's crazy. You can see anything there. And then you can see, okay, if are the things that people type in into YouTube search in order to find me, or the ones they type in when they really get to my channel, are those the keywords I like? Are they working? Is my keyword strategy working? Or are there words I have no idea about that they're relevant for me? And then it's like a revelation for you that maybe they don't search Corona Blues, but Corona Punk, and somehow your music sounds like punk, and you just put the wrong keyword on it. It's not blues, it's punk. So probably check that out and see what people actually type in. And yeah, the crazy thing is about 70% of, I have my little notes here, so 70% of the YouTube search is actually triggered through the recommendation algorithm. So when you watch a video, you have it in your front, where's my hand here, the front part of your screen, and then on the right hand side you see videos, right? Videos that you maybe already have watched, or videos that are good for you, like videos that YouTube is recommending for you. So that's really important to know, that all videos are connected. So if you really amp up your keyword analysis and your target audience analysis, you have a good chance to come into this recommendation algorithm to other videos who are similar to your videos. And then you show up on this recommendation screen by other videos, and people can click on that. Yeah. Also important to think about that people nowadays don't only type in like one keyword, like pop. I mean, or Ed Sheeran. Okay, I'm coming up with all the crazy pop stars now. So let's say someone is an Ed Sheeran fan, they probably don't just type in Ed Sheeran into YouTube and then take whatever coming. they type in Ed Sheeran, Wembley Stadium, live 2021, I don't know, and emotional song or sad song or something like that. So that's actually called a long tail keyword. So if the keyword is like a whole sentence, or like if you type in YouTube for a tutorial, you probably don't just type in sewing. You type in how to sew a corona protection mask. So that's a long tail keyword. And you as a musician have to have that in mind, that you play and cater to long tail keywords as well. So if you're a punk band from Berlin, you can really like optimize your channel to long tail keywords that people are searching for, because the more precise your optimization are, the more precisely you can meet those needs from the people, and the more likely they are actually to watch your video. Because if you search for something and the video is not exactly matching your search, you stop the video and search ahead, because nobody got time for that. Nobody is like trained like that anymore. But if the person is searching for something and they get a video from you that's exactly what they want, they're actually going to be really happy and actually going to be more likely to watch that video. And that's super important. The people need to watch your stuff. It's really about the minutes. Every minute someone watches does count. I come to that later. Okay, where are we? So we had keyword analysis, we had target audience analysis. The 3 points really to remember by target audience is to define your target audience, to understand your target audience, and to find them. And the really important thing about keyword analysis is to think outside your box, think outside your bubble. It's not just what people are already typing in, not what about the fans you already have, like what are people typing in that you don't already have as fans, and try to catch them with your content. Great, so we don't have any questions yet. Please do not hesitate to write your questions. I'm here for all your questions. I love answering questions. Please bombard me with questions. So next point I really want to point out is key optimization triggers. Like what key things you can optimize on YouTube will trigger a real impact. I mean, again, as with any search engine, there are multiple optimization triggers. Like on Google, it's over 230 SEO triggers, and Google isn't even telling us all about them. So they release sometimes like, yeah, okay, that's, yeah, okay, yeah. If someone's like, oh my God, is that a trigger? And they're like, yeah, okay, they found one. But they're actually not releasing all. So it's like a bit of a game. And I'm just going to go through some important things to understand, and then I get into the triggers. So one important thing to understand is that 70% of YouTube usage is on mobile. So what does that mean? It means you have a tiny screen. Even, I mean, I have a really, really old iPhone, but my screen is like really small. So if your thumbnail doesn't pop on a really small iPhone or like any Samsung or Huawei, whatever, any mobile, it won't get clicked. If your thumbnail doesn't bust anyone's eyes, it doesn't work. So that's really important. Like, mobile is huge. Don't forget that. And also don't forget that people most of the time run out of battery on their mobile phones, so they have their light setting really low. So it's like a tiny screen with a really dark screen. Remember that people like try to, that's what I mean with like target audience, like find them. You can really go into research what mobile phones do they have, like what they're actually using. And then try to really understand them. Okay, this guy, or like this hairy guy, or like this Patricia girl, she's like always on the run. She has like all her data used up, and really try to come up with this bias persona, and really try to think of scenarios like, okay, the screen is dead because they have no battery anymore, but they really need this Corona song now. So you need to make, you really need to make your YouTube video work for those circumstances, because so less people really have like a perfect setup with like the computer's plugged in, and the light is super high, the sound is super good, they're really like sitting there quietly and super ready for enjoying your videos. That's the hardcore fans. But you want to capture, in order to grow your channel, you want to capture new people. Remember, so I'm quickly diving into the questions I've got sent. Okay, I got one question. Thank you so much for your questions. I love them. One lady, Sirana, or guy. So one person, Sirana, said, analyze till I am getting to a dating profile. Honestly, there are way how to be more honest. Not okay. I think the person tried to say that's like crazy to do analytics to a point where you reach to where you find out what dating profile this is, or this person is using. I'm completely understand that optimization is crazy. Yes, dating profiles are crazy too. Yes, it's just an example I've tried to give as an example as how narrow you can get the data down. That's just what's in Google Analytics, for example. I've just made an example of Google Analytics. You don't have to go that deep, of course. It was just an example. Marketers do that. Companies do go that deep in order to sell their adverts to you. You have to understand we're all signed all these crazy terms and conditions, and companies actually can track you down that deep. And dating profiles actually do sell their information. So that's just an example. You don't, of course, have to go that deep into your analytics in order to push your, your YouTube channel. Of course not. I'm not promoting to do anything for you that's uncomfortable, anything that's outside of the box. I just want to give you a scope of how deep you can go with your analytics. There is no end for analytics. Just go as deep as you can bear. Okay, we got one question from Julia Klute. Thank you. She wrote, which role do the playlists play on a YouTube channel? Are they important? What kind of content should be uploaded there? I love this question. This question is super good. And this fits perfectly into our section of keywords, key optimization triggers, because, guys, you can't just upload your videos onto YouTube and leave them there as one big bunch. You have to sort them into playlists. Playlists guide the people. Most people go onto YouTube in order just to consume. Mostly they just try to cook something and they have like 20 minutes while they're like wolfing down a meal, and they just want to watch something. They don't want to search forever. So the goal is to create playlists where the people just click on the playlist for the sake of the playlist, and then they watch whatever comes up. It's like your favorite TV channel back in the days, where people still watch TV channels. Like you watched BBC. Like some people just click into BBC, for example, and watch whatever comes up on BBC because they like the BBC, or they simply go into this playlist from this beauty guru and watch all tutorials that come up. The same goes for music channels. The more engaging your content is, the more likely are people to watch through the playlist setting. What does that tell YouTube? YouTube sees, okay, there's this person, they're watching a lot of time, they're spending a lot of time on this one channel, they're spending a lot of watch time, so-called watch time, on this channel. They click through the playlist. That tells YouTube that, oh my god, this content must be really, really fun. It must be really engaging. It must inspire this person a lot to watch that much. And that are the key triggers that drive the YouTube algorithm. The YouTube algorithm is mainly driven by 3 points. It wants to the person who's watching. the visitor. It wants the visitor to be inspired, educated, and entertained. Okay, YouTube is an entertainment platform. And you have to think about that. Like, if, like, a person, okay, you say you made like the crazy best keyword analysis and you've made the crazy best target audience, okay, you nailed it. The people are flocking to your channel now. And now you really have to think, how is my channel going to entertain those people? Like, how do they have like more fun watching my channel than somebody else's channel? And it's not just about the content you're creating, it's also like how you structure your content, how people can really easily understand the topic of your channel, the content you create there. So make playlists about all of the sections. If you have a lot of cover songs, make a cover playlist. If you have a lot of live songs, make a live playlist. If you have a lot of tour diary videos, make a tour diary playlist. And sort your channel with the playlists, so it's easily seen by everyone, easily understood. And if somebody is like coming to your channel for the first time and they see like, okay, wow, they have tour diaries, they have like cover songs, I like cover songs, I love tour, who doesn't love a tour bus, they have like live, oh my god, I love a live setting, they have live video playlists. It's like giving people already little things to understand, and they're more willing to click on that. So let's see, have we answered that question? Okay, what kind of content should be uploaded there? Any content that plays into that playlist, of course. So as I said, if you like cover songs and it's like inspiring you majorly, then make a cover song playlist. Yeah, sort the videos under one header, like under one topic. Okay. Good. More questions, please. Okay, let's dive back into key optimization triggers. Thank you for all the questions, by the way. As I said before, so 70% of people watch YouTube on their mobile, but it's on, like, if people watch like media content on their TV, YouTube is the second most preferred. So it's a crazy like dynamic. You either have a tiny screen or nowadays you have a huge screen. But does that mean your video has to cater to all those scenarios? It has to be as good as a quality as you earthly can produce. So it's like looking hot on a big screen, but the thumbnail and the information, everything has to work on a small screen as well. So that's what I mean. You really have to understand what setting your future fan you want to catch is living in and what products are they using. It's really you can do that, okay? That analysis is doable. There are researchers on the internet. You can take courses on learning how to do an analysis. I have a couple of blog posts on my blog on blackbirdpunk.com where I explain everything about this. And later I get to three-party tools who also help you with doing this. Okay, you can do it. Don't be afraid. So actually, every minute, 500 hours of YouTube videos is uploaded. It's crazy. Every minute, 500 hours. That means the competition is strong, people. You really need to work around it. You really get to get busting and do your best and really engage with your fan base and really do all the tricks and tips. 47% of all streaming time is spent on YouTube. That is huge. It is really huge. It's like everyone is like, oh my god, I need to go into Spotify playlists. I need to rock this editorial playlist from Spotify. Yeah, but 47% of streaming is happening on YouTube. That means get your videos out, get your music on YouTube, and really get engaging with your fans and make them watch them. The thing is, humans recall memories from video or from images better than from voices. So if you make a video that really stands out with your music or your content, the fan is so much more likely to remember that than a song actually. And if you really have lyrics that really stand out, if you're really proud of your lyrics, do a lyric video. Combine both. I come to video options in a second. There's so much you can do. Yeah, and as I said, optimize always to reach new people. Like, don't sell to your fans you already have. Of course, you need to like cater your fans and make them happy because they're like already your fans. They already supported you for a long time, and that is great. But you need to sell to new people. You need to target new people and optimize to new people. Okay, I've seen we got more questions. Let's see. Okay. Julia Klute asked, how do I optimize videos for the mobile use? So as I said, you need to make the thumbnail really stand out. That is the picture that is shown on the little the video button. You really have to make the show. Like, if, for example, if you have a live video, try to get a picture of you standing on stage with your instrument, like a guitar, for example, in a really good lighting, in a really like striking pose, and make the text next to your body really like with strong contrasting colors and a font that is easily readable, and really spell out what it is, like Corona Blues in brackets live video, so people understand, okay, the name of the song, that it's live, and of course your band name, so people really understand in a like just from looking at the thumbnail, people need to understand what the video is about, because nobody's going to click on a video in order to find out what it's about. They want to just know it. It's like if you scroll through Netflix, you don't really some people might read all the descriptions and watch all the teasers, but mostly people judge by the cover. It's like when you buy a book, you go into a bookshop and say like, oh, this book cover looks nice. Okay, we don't go to bookshops. Don't go to bookshops. Stay at home, stay safe. But in all times when we went to bookshops, we bought books by cover. So make sure your video cover, as to say, looks hot. And make sure that this description is really good, that all the links are actually working. Make sure that it's easily understandable. Make sure that the tags are set right, so everyone can, like, the tags are like, when you upload a video, you can choose the tags. Make sure that they work, and yes, work with playlists, because a lot of time when people are on the go, when they're on the mobile phone, they just want to easy consume. They sit somewhere and just really easily consume something. That's key things for mobile. Okay, let's see. Okay, great. I think. Yes. So we're in time. Okay, we're good. Important to realize you have space in your title. You can really use the title. Make it as clear as possible what the video is about. And really work the video description and update it as frequently as possible. So what does it mean? You upload your video and it's on the YouTube channel, right? And then you create like 10 new videos. And then you start like a live stream. And you probably will post the link to the live stream in the newest video. But important to realize, you need to update the information for all your video description all the time if you have new information. So everyone who watches any video will get the new information. You can use a third-party tool, I'll get to them in a second, to help you with those tools. And it's easier, so it gets easier, because normally, I understand nobody wants to like spend time working them through all video description, but it's really important to keep the video description as updated as possible. Then make sure that your channel description is actually chic. I see so many channel descriptions who like, okay, this is the channel from Horst Meyer, and then that's it. There are no keywords, there are no links, there's no story, there's nothing that grabs the eye or like reads nicely. and it's actually space you can use. And it's like, do that. Any space you can write something, try to write something, try to explain your story, why you're a musician, why you're writing explicitly that sort of music, what you're about, where you're from, where do you want to go, all your links, all your shares, do that. Okay, we have more questions coming in. Okay, so Katja Ditzler, thank you very much. I hope you pronounce our names right. So how would a viable strategy look like to build a YouTube channel for one's music from scratch? That is an amazing question. I love that. So that you're going to start your YouTube channel, right? You have a reason, like you have new music coming up. And you really want to start a YouTube channel now. Okay, first thing first, do target audience analysis. Find out who is your target audience. Before you even upload the first video, use target audience analysis to find out who you are going to play to. Who is your audience you want to catch? Then, as I said, do the keyword analysis to find out what keywords people are using for your field. If your music isn't out there yet, then try to find keywords who are as close as possible. And then you start your channel. Then the first thing is to write the YouTube channel description. Make all the important tags. Make sure to, if you have like a digital distributor as a musician, then make sure to connect your channel with them. If you're part of an MCN, like through Good to Go, for example. Good to Go is a digital distributor, and they have an MCN. If you're connected with them, like do that, connect them. Then upload a watermark picture. That is like the little picture you see in the corner. You can make this with like subscribe, or you can upload a watermark picture from like your band or your title or yourself, like whatever the main photo is. Then make sure that you get really amazing channel art. That's the banner in the head. Make sure that that's really nice and stands out. Make sure that the cover picture is really cool. And then create a teaser video for like the teaser section. And then upload your videos. Of course, before you even start working, that's a step before you even start working, make a content strategy plan. Like, what content do you want to produce? When do you want to produce the video? How do you produce the video? With what people do you produce the video? Make it as exact as possible. And make yourself a really honest plan. Like, how many videos can you really honestly upload every week onto YouTube for like the rest of your life? Because it's like, it don't stop until you drop. Like, if you have your YouTube channel and you don't plan to stop anytime soon with it, I mean, why would you start a YouTube channel if you're already planning on stopping it? So the key is to really go for a long time and really try to come up with like a posting schedule that you can keep. Because the most important thing is, if you once started with a schedule, like let's say 2 times a week, and then you do that for like 5 weeks, and then you get tired, and then you don't upload something for like 2 weeks, then it's like not good, because the algorithm likes to get fed, and they really like to see that you're uploading stuff, because again, they really want to entertain the people. And one thing to entertain people is strictly through new content. So make a plan. If you only can upload once a week, okay, do that. If you can only upload twice, once every 2 weeks, okay, it's like not perfect, but as long as you can keep that, do that. You can always try to improve, like to increase your schedule, but try to start with something you can honestly manage, and then work your way up to preferably twice a week, and make sure that you always upload on the same time, because people are like, they are drawn by the habits. And if they know, okay, this one channel always uploads on Wednesdays and Fridays, they come around if they like your stuff. They remember, okay, this one YouTube channel has now, like, it's Wednesday, they probably have something new up, I'm gonna go check. And if you don't have something, then they're going to be disappointed. So make sure it's like, remember, it's like make an honest plan and then upload always on the same time. Okay, I hope I answered the question. And yeah, so if you're thinking about like starting a new YouTube channel, it's important to talk about like content forms you actually can do. So of course there's the official music video. Everyone loves official music video. I totally get it. I always get super excited if my favorite band is like releasing a new official music video, and you can use that. You can make a premiere. You can watch it with your fans together. You can really engage with this. You can make an event out of it. You can really like teaser the video as often as you can possibly do, and really get everyone excited, and then do like a YouTube premiere and then watch the video with your fans and make a movie setting out of it and eat popcorn with your fans while watching it. But there are also, of course, now there are like live streams everywhere and live sets. That's amazing. You can do cover songs of your favorite songs. You could do lyric videos. That is, if you don't have like the actual video, but the lyrics are like animated, so the lyrics are the video, but with the music of the song underneath it. So that's a really nice way to engage the people with your lyrics, because actually a lot of people do care about the lyrics, but maybe you sing in a crazy Yorkshire accent and nobody understands what you sing. And then a lyric video could be like a really good way to engage the fan base with your lyrics. And why do you write them when you're not to show them? And then you can also use a visualizer to make a really nice, appealing video before you're ready to release the official music video. And there are so much more content forms you can do as a musician or as a band. Don't shy away to try them out. It's really like the sky is your limit, honestly. But just a little bit here, you could do like a gossip video, for example. You could react to popular rumors about yourself. If you're not that popular yet because you just started your channel, you can perhaps react to gossip about, I don't know, your channel. Like if you're a woman in music, you could make a topic, like a video about that. And you could also do an unboxing video of new merch. If you have new merch coming in, you could do an unboxing video of new merch. You could do unboxing video of new tech. If you just ordered something from Amazon because you're in quarantine and you want to try a new ukulele, do an unboxing video of your ukulele. You have really cool, crazy tour clothes or stage clothes that got like made from a designer for you. You can show your fans your stage wardrobe and walk them through what you're wearing, what you're packing for tour. If you're like, of course, we're not on tour yet, but because it's like crazy times out there. But still, if you, even for your live stream, you can wear your stage clothes. Nothing hinders you from making a performance out of anything. Then maybe make a discovery video where you film yourself while you find new music, or you listen to your make a first listen of a new anticipated album that's coming. Like, you know, Dua Lipa just released an album. Everyone got crazy. Film yourself going crazy with everyone else. You can make explainer videos. You can do a how to play whatever instrument you're playing, or how to sing in your special style of singing. If you're a musician or a band with a lot of choreography in your videos, you can make a choreography video with that. You can explain your lyrics. What are the exact words' meanings? Perhaps you use a lot of hidden messages and you really want to get them across. Do a video about that. Make a video about get a look. How do you dress? Like, are you a punk band and you wear like a special leather jacket with a lot of badges? Then do like get a look how to get the badges onto leather jackets. Or you have like custom made pants, then make a video of how to sew that custom made pants. I mean, that's endless. Play games, play truth or dare. It's like sometimes it's as easy as that. Or make listicles, make best of favorite albums of all times, your favorite vinyls, your favorite bands, your favorite instruments, whatever strikes your fancy. Make hauls, like go through your tech. You have a DJ setup, go through your tech. Why you're DJing with turntables, why you have finals, why you use that, why you use especially that amp and not the other amp, why do you use a Fender guitar, not a Gibson? Like, do that, explain. Like, people really want to be part of your life. They really want to be part of your amazing musician life, because so many people are aspiring musicians, and you are. So really, like, let them like take them with you. Make compilations of your favorite songs, or of your best songs, or of your best live performances, of your best moments in life, whatever. Make a Q&A. Ask your fan base for questions and answer them, or take them behind the scenes. And I mean, yes, in old days that was a tour diary, but you can make a home office diary. You can make a setup of your writing nook. If you have a little nook in your flat where you always sit on the window, and that's the perfect place for you to write new songs, and take your fans with you and explain them why this is the perfect place to write songs. Just let them be part of whatever your process is. Okay, we got more questions. I'm gonna dive in there. Okay. Okay, we got another question. How frequently should I upload? As I said before, the best time is like twice a week. But if you can't do that, try to do a consistent schedule. If you can do once every 2 weeks, then try to do that, but be consistent. Yeah, that's really important. Also, upload always on the same time. Okay, then let's go into community management real quick, because that is also really important if you're building up your channel, especially, like to the question we had before from Katja Ditzler. So if you really, like, if you're new to the game and you're really building up your channel, it's really important to go into community management. What does it mean? Community management. Community is like the people who are watching your videos, but also the people who comment, of course. So if someone comments on your video, it's like a no-brainer, answer that comment. If there is really a lot of comments, then use a third-party tool. I'll come to that in a second. That helps you with bulk answering. It's called bulk answering. Means if you answer multiple comments at the same time. Make sure that the person who comments sees that you see them and that you react to them. That you like make them feel that they are seen. Make them feel like the effort they took to write a comment is valued by you. It's really important, because so many people nowadays don't have time to comment. Some people are really, really shy. They don't want to comment. So if someone takes the trouble to comment on your video, make sure to reward that person by your attention. That's really important. There's also this function on YouTube that you can actually post. You can actually create posts that your community, like your subscribers, can see. And that is like something so many people not doing, but it's a really nice way to engage with your fan base. You can say like, hey, I've got a new video. What do you think? Do you have any questions you want me to answer in the next video? Or you can, you can really try to start a conversation with your fans there. If someone comments, like ask a question, try to share some inside information with them. Make them feel like, okay, you really try to get them into your boat. You really try to get them information. Like if you do a Q&A video, for example, then say their name. Like really make them acknowledge. Like do a shout out. Read the best comments. Really give them a shout out. And if you really, in the place to have extra content, then perhaps you can make an unlisted video that is not reachable by other people, but share this with your top commenters, like your top fans. If you really like in a position that you really have people who are really super frequently commenting, then really like try to get in connection with them and make them feel valuable, and give them something special. Maybe you can even create them special merch for your tribe, and which they perhaps can wear, and then they can make a cover song of your hit single, and then you can make a playlist with cover songs of your fans of your music. That's what a lot of people do. Actually, like Justin Bieber and co do that, and it's crazy. You can do that. And yeah, so third-party tools that help you. So what is a third-party tool? It's like a tool, like a software that is not explicitly from YouTube, but is YouTube authorized. So it's cool with YouTube. It's safe to use, and they really help you with different things, like what I already mentioned, bulk commenting. Like if you have like, I don't know, 1,000 comments, and a lot of them are just like, oh, that was so great, and you just want to send them a heart, you can really like go through all them, click them on, and send them a heart. Or you write little thank you notes and then vary them, have like 5 different thank you notes, and then send them differently, not of course to all people, but like make it look naturally, but use those third-party tools to do that. So my favorite third-party tool is TubeBuddy. You can do optimization with that. You can do so many things with it, and you have also a browser extension. That means like in your browser you can have like a little button in the bar, in the header bar, and then you can have all these analytic tools on every video. For example, vidIQ also have that. And once you have the browser extension, you can really go to town with the competition stalking. You can really see like how good are the competition videos, what are they doing good and what they're not so good doing good, where you can perhaps like get better than your competition even. Like really do the analytics. You can go really to town with all these tools. And Social Blade is another software website you can use where you can analyze any YouTube channel, and they also give you like a overview of approximately what they might earn. It's like always a bit of guess and hit because YouTube don't really let you show the numbers, but it's a guesstimate. Then there's keywords, Ahrefs Keywords Explorer. They can help you with the keywords. And there's also keywords.io, where you can have like, there's a button for YouTube, and you can really research the keywords there perfectly. You can also use the Google Keyword Planner, of course, but bear in mind it's like more for the normal keyword Google search, but you can still filter really big keywords out of that. It's always good to double check there. Then there's also backlink and Ahrefs. And TubeBuddy also have a blog where they always have news information. It's also really helpful. And Google has an own YouTube blog where they always have information about it and a lot of tutorials. And there's a lot of information in the YouTube Creator Academy where you can actually do e-learning and even get certificates. And it's like really in-depth explanation of everything. They really break it down for you to understand it, to go through the e-learning step by step. And there's also the YouTube Creator Playbook, which you can download as a PDF from Google, where you can have like also very in-depth explanation and important things to remember. So there are a lot of resources out there to help you. And of course, I'm around, and you can drop me a mail, you can write me on Facebook, you can write me on Instagram, hit me up with your questions. I'm more than happy to help, especially in those hard times. We are all together in this. We will get through this, no matter how long it will take. And there's so much things you can do at the moment to distract you. And working on your YouTube channel might be a crazy thing to think about. But why not? Try to optimize it. Try to really get into your videos. Make sure they're really all in a nice playlist. Make sure the thumbnails are really cool. Make sure the description of the video works. Make sure your channel description is good. Make sure that your overall channel looks coherent. Make sure that you answer all the comments. Make sure you upload regularly and always on the same time, and make sure to vary your content. Don't always like try to get for this one official music video and then don't upload something for the next 5 weeks. As I said, there are so many video ideas you can do that don't break your bank, that you can do from home, that show the people the process you go through in order to write amazing songs, because I'm sure that's what you're doing, and let them be part of your life. Okay, we have more questions. Okay, there was one question to name all the tools again. Please also check my, and not just like making adverts for myself, but I've written a lot of YouTube posts on my blog, blackbirdpunk.com/blog, about YouTube. I have the ultimate guide to YouTube. I have also more information about Match Tool, about Content ID. I have information about like easy stuff you can do. Third-party tools is in the ultimate guide to YouTube. But again, so really good third-party tools is TubeBuddy, like YouTube, like TubeBuddy, vidIQ, Social Blade, Keywords Explorer, Agora Pulse, and Keyword.io. That are the third-party tools. I hope you could write them down. Also, if not, then head over to my blog and check the ultimate guide to YouTube out, because there is so much more information. Okay, I hope any more questions, let them come. As I said, you can always contact me on email and Facebook and Instagram. I'm more than happy to answer all your questions. You can also book in a Skype meeting with me. I do help bands with content creation, like how to come up with a good content plan, how to come up with ideas they can shoot at home at the moment. I have musicians and bands with like optimization, like what can they do better, where do they need more work. Also with target audience analysis, where are the target audience, for example, if you have a lot of people in Mexico all of a sudden, it's like Mexico is really big coming, it's a trigger city. So how do you work with that? Do you perhaps like include a Spanish subtitle if you have a lot of Spanish fans? Like, why not? Like, there's so many things you can do in order to play to your fans. That's what I meant with like target audience analysis. Who are your fans and what do they like? What content do they watch? What competitors do you have? What do they do? Like, do they have Spanish subtitles if their fan base is in Mexico? Make sure to always cater to your fans, and remember the most important things to think of is inspire, educate, and entertain. Make sure someone who comes onto your YouTube channel stays there, because you really want to gather that watch time. If you have more questions about the YouTube Partner Program, you can also hit me up with questions or read my blog post I've written about the YouTube Partner Program. I'm more than happy to connect with you all and really help you along. If you have questions about the Content ID, how that works, hit me up with questions. YouTube is, like you see, YouTube is such a massive universe. I could only like get into the tip of the iceberg now, because normally that workshop would have been 2 days, 4 hours. So like it would have been an 8-hour workshop. I had to break it down now into 1 hour workshop. So I really hope I could answer as many questions as possible and to make it as easily as possible to see like what steps can you do now. Okay, so the steps you can really easily do now are like, again, keyword analysis, target analysis, optimization, and community management. In my honest opinion, 3 things you can always do, and 3 things you can do without a big plan, without a budget. You can do that on your own and dive into the data you have from your social media channels, perhaps from your website, from your Spotify, and get really into the analysis and try to figure out where the people are, and then go and cater to them. Don't be shy and produce amazing videos, and then your YouTube channel will, without a doubt, will go up. I'm sure about that. So hit me up with any questions. Okay, we have questions coming in. Let's see. Okay, so we have one question about copyright. I will answer that really quickly because copyright is a crazy in-depth question. So copyright is twofold, right? It's like if you upload content from somebody else, make sure you have the content or it's content free. There is a database in YouTube with copyright free music you can use as a to underlay your videos. But why should you do that if you're a musician? So I'm more concentrating now on the side of your copyright, right? You are uploading music to YouTube, right? So the problem is here, there are a little thresholds of protection. So once you're in the YouTube partner program, you're viable for the YouTube match tool. That's like that's like a new thing they started last year. It's like the little sister of the Content ID. The Content ID system is what YouTube came up over the last 10 years or so in order to manage the whole copyright situation. That works that way. Any big player like a digital digital distribution company will or MCN, like multi-channel network, will upload all the content, in the back end. It's called back end. So nobody sees that, but YouTube knows, okay, this video, this music Bad for Michael Jackson is owned by this and that company. So if somebody uploads Bad for Michael Jackson, Content ID knows, no, wait, that is already registered with the other company, and then it gets a problem. So if you're not a big player, if you're not an MCN, and if you're not in a YouTube partner program, it's a bit difficult, to be fair. It's without a doubt, it's a bit difficult. So make sure you register your work somewhere else. Make sure you get a distribution contract with a company, even if it's just one of those platforms, because then they handle the rights for you. If you don't really want to use that for reasons, think about Creative Commons, if that's something for you, maybe. If that's still not the thing, still you can go to your music lawyer and send the music in to them. So at least at some point in time, somebody recognized your music as your own. Because if you don't do anything for your protection and you upload your music onto YouTube and you're not viable for all the protection like Content ID or Match Tool, then it's a bit difficult. So make sure you have to take care of your music. You can't be naive and upload music into YouTube without any protection. Don't do that. So you really have to find a way on how to protect your copyright. Either the lowest threshold is to get it recognized by a music lawyer, but perhaps you can get a distribution contract, or you already have enough subscribers or watch time to get into YouTube partner program and then get into the YouTube copyright system. But yeah, don't be naive about research. Do your research, do your homework, and find out what's the best way for you, and try to make the best, most informed decision you can make with your content. Because in the end of the day, you have to protect your content, and nobody else will. Once your music is up there, nobody else will protect it for you. So when you start your YouTube channel, try also about thinking about how you can protect your music. But that's, copyright in music is a bigger issue. When you release music also, you need to think about protection. So once you're thinking about how to protect your music en large, then think about YouTube as well. Try to include YouTube into your copyright strategy from the beginning on. Okay, I think that were all the questions. I hope I could answer all the questions. If you still have a question, or if you have a question you didn't want to ask in public, please don't be shy. Hit me up. I'm more than happy then answer any questions in the coming days and weeks. And I'm here for you. We are all a community, and we get through this. So have fun with your YouTube channel. Have fun with your music, and I'll talk to you all soon. Bye.